Okay, good morning, y'all. Happy Tuesday or whatever day you are listening to or watching this podcast on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for being new here, whatever the case may be. I absolutely love doing this podcast for y'all, and I appreciate you showing up for it, coming back. I can't do glasses this morning. Um, I'm glad you're here. I am tired. I'm just gonna start off saying that. So if you hear like it in my voice or see it in my eyes, I am a little tired. I'm very, very grateful. My business has been like taking off lately. For those of you who are new here, I am a nutrition and food relationship coach. So I work with my clients to help them build healthy relationships with food and exercise and themselves. I do one-on-one coaching, I do group coaching, I do nutrition plans, meal prep, all the things. And business has been like just taking off lately, which is so exciting and also stressful and overwhelming and just awesome all at the same time. So I've been a little tired, I've been a little busy. um, but speaking of business things, before we get into today, I did want to talk about really quick the podcast this year. So last year was my first whole entire year running the podcast. I had started it back in 2019 and got really burnt out. So last year was the first year that I like did a complete full year of the podcast every single month. It was monthly. I really enjoyed doing it for y'all. So this month, I am going to do it twice a month. So it's going to be the last Tuesday of every month, like it was before, but then it will also be like mid-month, another Tuesday. So stay tuned this year. Lots of good stuff coming. We're going to talk all things health and wellness, food, exercise, yourself, excuse me, all of the things that we normally focus on. We're going to just keep talking about that stuff. So I'm glad that you're here. Today, I want to talk, first of all, Happy New Year. We are in 2023, and I have not done a podcast since Christmas. So Happy New Year. I hope that you had a wonderful holiday season. I hope that maybe those last two podcasts of the year helped with setting some boundaries and having some peace around the holidays for you. Um, I hope that you had a great new year, welcoming in a new year, which is hopefully going to be great for you. Um, and that's what I want to talk about today. I want to talk about the new year. I want to talk about setting some intentions, setting some maybe goals, but more like priorities and intentions for the year. I think that it's really important to have things that we're working towards, but also not so much things that we're working towards, but things that are good for us. So, for example, excuse me, at the end of the year, I like to kind of reflect on the last year and look at what was helpful for me, what helped me, what made me feel good, what made me happy, all of the good things from the year, and put those on a list. Like write down all of the things that, are were good about last year, were helpful, helped your mental health, helped your physical health, um, helped you feel happy, all of those things. And it's not too late to do this, okay? We're only 17 days into January, and really you can do this at any time of your life. It doesn't have to be a new year. I just like to do it at around the new year because it's a good time of just kind of like reflecting back and then setting some intentions. So, as I'm talking through this morning, if you want to still do this, if you haven't taken time to kind of reflect or set intentions for the new year, please take some time to do that. It's not too late. Okay, side note over. So, write down a list of things from the past year that were helpful, that helped you feel good, helped you make progress in your health, um, all of the things that you want more of in 2023. So, all of the things from last year that you want to bring over with you into the new year. And then I want you to make a list of all of the things from 2022 that were hard, that maybe didn't help your physical health, didn't help your mental health, things that you want less of in this new year. So, one, a list of things you want more of, and then two, a list of things you want less of. And then I always like to just dream a little. So, taking from that list of things that I want more of, like I kind of set intentions around that. Like maybe I want to travel more. I want to spend more, intentional time with my husband. I want to read more. I want to make myself a priority more, take more like personal days, more time off, whatever it may be. But then I also like to dream a little. So just think about those things that make you so happy. Maybe you didn't get a lot of it in the last year, but make a list of those things that make you happy, those things that bring you joy, things that maybe you want to incorporate more of into the new year, and just dream a little bit about what that will look like. So, some things that I was thinking about for this year, I want more tattoos. Tattoos make me really happy. I want more piercings, which I already got a new one this year, so I'm on track with that. I want to travel more. I want to take more intentional time off. I want to read more. I want to get more sunshine. I want more beach trips. I want more music. I want more fun date nights. I want to do more stuff outside. All of the things that just bring me joy and fill me up as a person, right? So for you, that probably looks different than it does for me, and that's okay. But making a list of those things that you just want to make a priority in the new year. So make a list, things that you want more of, things that you want less of, and then dream about what you want your life to be filled with in 2023. You are in charge most often of what your life looks like. Obviously, there are things that are outside of our control, but you have the ability to make decisions and make changes and make different things priority for yourself. And so I want you to do that this year. That is one of my biggest dreams and hopes for you, is that you make yourself a priority, and that you make time for the things that you love and that make you feel your healthiest in this new year. And maybe that's also, in the health side of things, maybe it's working out more, maybe it's having better nutrition, maybe it's working with a coach, maybe it's getting a gym membership or running more or joining a running club. There are so many different things that you can do. And so I want you to also think about that as we start off this new year, is what do you want? So I talked about that a little already, but when it comes to health and wellness, especially, I want you to think about what you want, because there are so many different messages that are thrown at us from society, from culture, from health coaches, from nutritionists, from personal trainers. Like, there are so many people out there telling us what health is supposed to look like. But I want you to decide for yourself what you want health to look like. Excuse me. Oh, I just froze. Do you want your health to look like, if it cut me off, I just want you to think about what you want your health to look like. So many people are throwing their messages at us of what health is supposed to look like, but I want you to decide what you want health to look like for you specifically, because everyone is so different. Everyone is different. Everyone's bodies are different. Everyone's mental health is different. Wellness for you could be working out 3 days a week and resting 4 days a week, and eating clean 80% of the time and still enjoying foods that you love 20% of the time. Maybe health for you is a little more strict or intentional, or not intentional, strict or like intense. So maybe health for you is working out 5 or 6 days a week, and maybe it's, eating clean most of the time, but just having a treat every now and then. Health is allowed to look what you want it to look like for yourself. You don't have to have the same goals or the same aspirations as other people. So, if you just want to feel your best, if you want to be healthy, if you want to get movement in, if you want to, fuel your body with foods that are good for you, but you don't have like these crazy physical body composition goals, or you're not training for a marathon, or you don't have any of these like crazy goals, that's okay. That is totally okay. Health is allowed to look like that for you. But if you have goals like you want to run a marathon, or you want to compete in a body composition competition, like that's okay too. You're allowed to do those things. And so if that's you, then maybe your training or eating schedule looks a little different than someone else's who doesn't have those huge goals and dreams. Whatever you want your health to look like, that's what matters. And I really, really focus with my clients on building healthy relationships with food and with exercise and with themselves. And so my hope and dream for you when it comes to health in this new year is to do those things that feel so good to you. Do the things that feel right for your body. Learn to listen to your body. Learn to listen to what you need. And just to come at it from a place of loving yourself and not hating yourself. So what I mean by that is, a lot of times people change their diets or their workout routine, or they start their health goal because they want to lose weight, or because they're not happy with how their body looks, or because they're uncomfortable in their skin. Totally okay. That is what drives a lot of people to start their health journeys. Okay. But I want you to eat well, and I want you to get movement in that feels good to you. And I want you to make yourself a priority, not because you hate yourself or hate your body or hate how you look or hate how you feel. I want you to do it because you love yourself and care about yourself enough to want to feel your best. I want you to love yourself enough to want to eat the foods that are good for your body. I want you to love yourself enough to still eat the foods that you love. I want you to love yourself enough that you know how to listen to your body, that you are present in your body and you are aware of how it's feeling, and that you listen to what it needs as far as movement goes. And that looks different on a day-to-day basis for a lot of people. Some days, like personally, some days I need some lifting and I need to run and I need a little bit of cardio. Other days I need to rest. Other days I need like some yoga or stretching or Pilates. It can change and look different day to day, and that is normal when it comes to health and comes to what your body needs. But I want you to love yourself and love your body and be aware of your body in order to know what it needs, and also love it enough to give it what it needs. And I find that a lot of times, this can either go, when it comes to exercise, this either goes like to one extreme or the other for a lot of people. Like they either do nothing when it comes to working out, because it's hard. It is hard. It's hard to get started, especially if it's not something that you're used to doing or it's not a habit. It's hard, and they just, they don't feel like it. They don't have the energy. And then it also goes to the other extreme, where if someone has been working out for a long time, or they, they're used to working out 5 or 6 days a week, maybe 7 days a week. Then for those people, sometimes it becomes like they won't take rest days, or they won't take a day off. They won't take intentional time off because they're so used to working out 100% of the time. So, my hope for you, when it comes to health, that's the exercise part. Nutrition part, it can be the same way. Like a lot of all or nothing thinking, all or nothing, what's the word I'm looking for? Not activity, but all or nothing doing. So either you eat well all the time, or maybe you eat bad all the time, or maybe you just don't have a good balance with it. And so nutrition and exercise both can have that all or nothing aspect to them that people struggle with. And so my hope for you in this new year is that you can find a good balance, a good, healthy place when it comes to health, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to exercise, when it comes to taking care of yourself. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. And that's really hard for a lot of people. Some of my clients really struggle with eating sweets, like allowing themselves to have those desserts and things that they love. But if they allow themselves to do that, then it's like the ship has sailed, and that's all they're going to eat for the rest of the week or the rest of the night. Some people are like, oh yeah, no, I can't eat that one piece of bread because then I'm going to eat like 3 or 4 more. Or I can't eat, dessert tonight because then I'm going to want it every single other night of the week. And I get it. Like, it can be really hard, but I never want you to feel like you can't enjoy something. And I think that it's healthier to allow yourself to enjoy those things rather than like cut yourself off completely. And if you struggle with that all or nothing type of behavior, if eating a piece of bread or eating a piece of dessert makes you want to eat all of it, I want you to kind of dig deeper into the why behind that. So if you feel like you want dessert after every single meal, why is that? Is it because it's a comfort thing emotionally? Is it because that's what you did growing up and it's just kind of like a habit that's ingrained in your subconscious? Is it that you don't like to tell yourself no and that you can't have things? Is it that everyone else is having dessert, so you feel like you should have it too? What is it that causes those all or nothing feelings? And sit with it, think through it, be curious with it, be curious with yourself, and start to work through those things. Like, we can't change where we've come from or what has been ingrained in us in the past, or what we've done in the past. Like, none of us can change that, but we can change how we move forward into the future. So if you struggle with those all or nothing behaviors and thoughts, it can be really hard to change. And I'm not saying that it's going to be easy, but you can't change how you've been, and you can't change what you've done, and you can't change what was instilled in you. But you can change how you move forward, and you can change how you act moving forward. And you can do anything that you put your mind to, like literally anything. So if there is something in your life when it comes to health and wellness that you want to change, or anything else that you want to change as we keep going into this new year, you have the ability to change that, and you can change that. You just have to set your mind to it and make some conscious, intentional effort and get the help that you need, and make those changes. So as we keep going into 2023, I want you to just kind of think about those things. Like, what are the things that I want more of? What are the things that I want less of? What do I want to change? What do I want my life to be filled with this year? What do I want health to look like for me? All of those things. You are worthy and so deserving of the life that you want, the life that you dream of, good health, good relationships, all of that. And so don't sell yourself short. Don't tell yourself that you can't do it. Don't sit by another year and let time pass you by. Take some action, take some intentional action, and make yourself a priority and work on those things that you want more of and that you want less of in this year. So I gave you a lot to think about today. I hope that this was helpful. I cannot wait to go through this year with you, here on the podcast. And also, if you are a client or if you're interested in working with me, I absolutely love, love, love the work that I do. And even if you're not interested in working with me, but things stick out to you on the podcast or things are helpful, please reach out to me. Please send me a message, an email. Let me know what is helpful for you, what your takeaways are, what maybe you're changing, what you're working on. I always love hearing from you all. But it's going to be a good year. We're going to get through this. We're going to kick ass. It's going to be a good year. I'm excited to be here on the podcast with you for twice a month, every month this year. So 24 podcasts this year. I'm here for it. And I am here if you ever need anything else. So please never hesitate to reach out. But I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day. I will see you back here on the podcast in a couple weeks, and keep taking care of yourself, making space in this world, and just crushing those goals. All right. I'll see y'all next Tuesday, or in 2 Tuesdays. Next time. All right. Bye.